McMathy wants to know which A I am. I'll let you decide. Hey McMathy, how's it going? Thanks for popping in tonight. We're going to be starting shortly. Enjoy the music while we wait. Soon we shall see who the asshole is. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're officially starting now. It is not technically the first stream in May, but wait. Hold on. Did I call the stream title Ides of May? Did I just completely bungle like the month that we're in? First of all, it's supposed to be Ides of March, and also it's not. Whatever, you guys get the idea. It's we're going over the Am I the Asshole post plus a few extra special posts for the last month over on r/Am I the Asshole. Before we get started though, so we're gonna transition over real quick here. I want you guys to see, if you have not seen this, Rilip, you may have seen this. Other people watching may have seen this. I just found out about this today, and I wanted to share it with the rest of you. I'm not going to put the sound on because it's just Megan Trainor. We don't need to listen to that. I don't have a TikTok account, so we have to watch this on the I mean, I guess you can still watch TikTok. So here we go. Enjoy this. This is we're going to judge this video first. My husband didn't eat the dinner that I made, so let's make him some nachos. Nachos. If I don't feed him, he literally won't eat. This used to irritate me. It still does, but it used to too. Now I just blame his mother for never making him try salmon. Man, look at that. Oh, here he is. Here's the husband. Oh, there he is. He's on the couch. He's in his t-shirt. He's under the blankie. He's got his din-din. Oh, he doesn't even get to dig in, huh? Oh, man. So, yeah, what do we think about that? Am I the asshole for making my husband nachos and putting it on the internet? Throw the entire man in the garbage, Rilip says. Geez, Rilip, come on. Who among us has not been in this position where you don't want to eat the delicious air-fried salmon your wife makes, so you ask her to make you nachos because you're all out of dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets? Moral of the story, always serve your kids all the food, even if they say they don't like it after the first time. 25 years from now, your child's spouse will thank you. This was the last known photo of her husband. Found on Tor, the dark web. We recommend the chair. He is guilty of man-childness. Yeah. This is a lot of hashtags. Moms of TikTok, mom talk, mom life, working mom, stay-at-home mom. You're not a stay-at-home mom if you're a working mom. You can't be both. Yeah, this is actually just Emmykins. We hired people to act this out. Yeah, we don't have 2 kids though, fortunately. All right. Well, there's our, yeah, only instead, listen, there's a big difference between a delicious salmon and a disgusting bell pepper, and I'll leave that as an exercise to the audience to figure out what the difference is. Okay, here we go. We're back. We're on r/am I the asshole. We are sorted by top from the last month. We're going to read the titles. We are going to determine if we want to read that particular article. I don't want to waste time reading garbage. Let's try to hit the best ones, and we're going to get in, we're going to get out. So, top post of the last month. Am I the asshole for not telling my girlfriend that my parents are gay? Is your girlfriend a bigot? Okay, well, now I'm intrigued now because I want to know what the context is. I'm 25M. I have two parents. My birth dad, John, who's 48M, and my other dad, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who's 45M. I call my birth dad, John, Dad, and I call my other dad, Dwayne, Pops. That's nice. That's cute. My birth dad, okay, so his birth dad was married to my mom for a few years, then she left my dad, and yeah, they ended up divorcing. Now she's somewhere in California. I don't know where or what she's doing. Haven't talked to her in ages. Based. So dad and Pops I'm super close with. They are the best parents any child could ask for. I love both of them, and they've always been with me. My dad introduced me to Pops when I was a little boy, and they had told me they were in a relationship, and I was all for it because I saw my dad had become lonely sad when he was single. So seeing the fact that my dad loves someone has a life partner made me super happy. Pops and Dad got married, and we've been living an amazing life. I'm probably more too close to Pops than my own dad, haha. Due to the fact that Pops is really cool and he's laid back. I love both of them equally, and they love me as well, and I'm blessed to have them as parents. Why does this guy with the two gay dads get better parents than like 90% of us? This is fucked up. For a few months, I've been dating this girl, Bella, all lowercase. That's how her parents put it on her birth certificate, who's my age. I thought she's pretty cute, and I liked her. So we kicked it, and recently she told me, my parents want to meet your parents and want to come over for dinner. I said, sure, I'll tell my family. So yesterday, Friday night, Bella comes in, Pops greets her, and says, come on in, sweetheart, dinner's ready. She says, you must be blank dad, so good to meet you. And she shakes his hand and sees Dad come out of the kitchen. He's holding the mac and cheese tray. With the mittens and his... Why is that in quotes? He's holding the mac and cheese tray. With the mittens and is putting it on the table. Then Bella says, who's he? I said, oh, that's my dad. She said, I thought he's your dad. She's referring to Pops. I say, yeah, that's my Pops. And that's my dad, ? She pulls me to the side and says, I didn't know your parents are gay. Oh my God, why didn't you tell me? I genuinely didn't know why that'd be an issue or so. Because you're dating me, not my parents and all. So it shouldn't matter, but I guess it's a concern for her. Her parents come at the door after they park the car, and Bella tells her parents, let's leave, and they left. What the fuck? I told my parents I'm sorry, and they said, son, don't worry, this is nothing new, haha. Then we all sat down and enjoyed dinner and went to sleep. And then everybody clapped and Einstein gave me $100. This is stupid. I don't believe it. It's fake. I declare this post fake. I have read fantasy novels that were more real than this. Next. Would I be the asshole for not attending my twin brother's surprise birthday party when I was only invited as a guest? Plot twist, they're conjoined twins. That's when Jesus came down from heaven and slapped the chicken nuggets out of her hand and started yelling at her. And then a tornado exploded the house. That is the that happened of the evening. So yeah, would I be the asshole for not attending my twin brother's surprise birthday party when I was only invited as a guest? Are you like the boring twin? Because I've heard that can happen. Like there's the outgoing twin and then the boring twin that nobody likes. All right, next one. Am I the asshole for labeling all the bottles in the house because my adult children are idiots? No. The summary judgment, no. It's okay to label bottles in the house. That's fine. Your house, your rules. What happens if it's supposed to be a surprise party and they both think it's for the other? No. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, well, like they're talking to the other twin as well, and they're like, okay, we're gonna plan a surprise party for your brother, and then they both show up, and it's like, surprise, it's your birthday party. It's for both of you. We tricked you. I don't know. That's still stupid. Am I the asshole for yelling at a kid crawling under my table at a restaurant? All right. I mean, maybe don't yell. Be like, hey, kid, get out from under there. But you're just going to end up like that guy on the plane screaming at the crying baby on the flight, which is another TikTok we might have to look at. I don't know if it was a TikTok or maybe just a YouTube video, but basically there's a guy on a flight. The baby is crying and he's like screaming that he paid good money. He should be able to like enjoy his flight or at least not be miserable. And this baby is screaming the whole time. And I feel for him because it sucks, but like screaming's not going to solve the problem. Like, what are they going to do to the baby? Everybody sucks here. Parents are the asshole. Yeah, don't let your kid just like crawl around on the floor at a restaurant. Unless it's like a McDonald's, and then I don't care. It's like anything goes at a McDonald's. Am I the asshole for screwing over all the people who donated their time and money? I mean, it says not the asshole. I gotta see, like, who did he screw over? The PTA has been planning a fundraiser for months to raise money for new cheerleader uniforms. The old uniforms are very outdated. They, what are the skirts too short, or what's the midriff is okay. And all the kids are excited about getting new ones, including mine. Or including her kid. Okay. Early in the planning, I agreed that my property could be used at no cost for the event and that I would provide all the furnishing. Other people worked hard on buying/making items to be sold at the fundraiser. Some people spent upward of hundreds of hours and/or dollars for the event. At a recent meeting, the football coach said the equipment was badly worn out and needed to be replaced ASAP. A vote was held and the majority voted that this is the fucking plot of an As Told by Ginger episode. And the majority voted that this fundraiser would be for the football team instead of the cheerleaders. I was pissed. Football is always the top priority. Those damn football players, they always get what they want. I went above and beyond here specifically to help out the cheerleading team. My child and all their friends on the team got their hopes up only to be dashed. Rainbow dashed, that is. I told everyone my property would no longer be available for use and they would need to find a new venue. People panicked and got very angry, including several people who voted against the change. They said my decision was equivalent to throwing all their hard work in the trash. I asked them how they thought the cheerleaders would feel. They said it was a vote and I was acting like a dictator, that I can't overrule the will of the majority. God, get fucked. I said they can do what they like, but not on my property. I know they won't be able to find a venue this late, especially not at an affordable price. I understand I screwed over my friends, burned bridges, and I'm likely going to be kicked off the PTA. I just can't bring myself to help them. Am I a spiteful asshole? Yes, but in the case of football, fuck them. What's wrong with using the school as a venue? Oh, well, you know, it's liability, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. It's probably fake anyway. Am I the asshole for not removing the Disney items from my house? Did Disney send the Pinkertons after this person too? What? My 35F husband, 38M, and I are what you would call Disney adults. Oh, God. Asshole. Right off the summary judgment. Asshole. Next case. All right, so the rest of it. We used to work for the parks in college and met there. For us, it has sentimental value as well as being something we both loved from childhood. Now, we are conscious to not be those Disney adults. We can hold conversations outside the movies and parks. We both work well-paying jobs unrelated to the company. We have other hobbies and interests. Our son isn't big on Disney, and we're cool with that. It's just something that we enjoy, as well as our daughters. We nurture all of our children's hobby and interest, except our idiot son. We also don't blow all our money on this stuff. I know I may sound overly defensive, but we get a lot of comments from people who don't know us well. All right, this is Rilip's follow-up judgment. Guilty as charged. PTA time served as punishment on the extenuating circumstances of fuck 'em. There you go. Anyway, we live in a renovated farmhouse on a bit of land that includes a barn that we finished off, with hopes to make it a guest house one day. You can't just take a barn and turn it into a guest house. In the meanwhile, we've had a relative get married here, and it was gorgeous. Now my sister, 28F, wants to get married on our property, and we were all for it. Everything's been planned for months, and the wedding is in June. It's set to be outside completely, but if it rains, we can move the party into the barn. The only reason a guest would have to go in our house is to use the bathroom. We have 2 on the first floor. The only Disney items are Winnie the Pooh hand towels. I told my sister I'd replace them with regular ones. Wedding space has no Disney items. However, she wants me to take down everything Disney on the first floor of my home, as guests will see. All right, no, wrong. You're fucked. Still an asshole for being a Disney adult, but I don't think having Disney stuff in your house. Emmykins has like a bunch of Baby Groot and Baby Yoda stuff in the house, in addition to like Michael Myers masks and a giant mummy bust. We have a life-size statue of the Frankenstein monster from the Universal horror movies. We actually have a fully original Dracula from the Munsters parked outside. All right, next. Am I the asshole for leaving when my brother-in-law wouldn't let me in the hot tub? That's right, your house, your rules. Unless you're the one being the asshole, and then no, just because it's your house doesn't mean you get to just boss everybody around. My brother, like, if it's your house, your rules, when your son like says he's gay and this is his new boyfriend, like go fuck yourself. My brother-in-law just bought a new house. He lives about 4 hours from us. Last weekend, my husband and I went to visit him for a few days and see the house for the first time. Long story short, I got my period while I was sleeping, and the guest room sheet had a small blood stain about the size of a quarter. Asshole, asshole, asshole. My husband helped me strip the bed, and I went down to the laundry room to pre-treat and then wash the sheets. When they were done, the blood stain was 100% gone, but when we told brother-in-law, he looked completely disgusted. He inspected the sheets super closely for a very long time, and finally I was like, Jesus, Bill, if you're looking that closely you can't find a stain, can't you trust that I got it out? He seemed really put out by the whole thing. That night we had plans to hang out in brother-in-law's hot tub in the backyard, but after dinner he told me I wasn't allowed in the hot tub because of my period. I was shocked and explained that the nighttime leak was because I hadn't been expecting my period and had been fast asleep all night, but that it was perfectly safe and sanitary for me to put in a tampon and sit in the hot tub for an hour. I don't think you're supposed to be in a hot tub for an hour. But he wouldn't budge. Your house, your rules, bro. My husband had my back and told him that he was being ridiculous, and it ended up turning into a big argument. Eventually, my husband and I decided to pack our stuff and stay at a nearby hotel, which has a hot tub. Then we drove home the next morning. Now Bill is pissed at us for leaving and not respecting... Oh, no. Oh, that was very close. And not respecting his home. He also Venmo requested my husband $100 for new sheets, which he's refusing to pay, but trusts that if the stain hadn't come out, we would have been happy to replace them. He told his whole side of the family who've decided to fully stay out of it. I'm not touching this one. You guys deal with this on your own. I wish they had our backs more, but at least they're not piling onto us. So are husband and I assholes for leaving and not paying for the sheets? Family is not based. Family should be like, are you a fucking idiot? I mean, you're not, now you have no friends. Like, if you pick a side, you at least have one friend. If you don't pick a side, now you're just an asshole to everybody. All right, yeah, there's a bunch of edit shit. Look, it's gross. Like, as an adult, it's something you have to deal with. You just have to accept that there's gonna be like nasty stuff going on around you, whether that's kids like pooping on the floor, or like ladies like flinging their tampons around, like whatever. It's just gonna happen. Clean it up and move on with your life. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want either of these people as friends, so it's a win-win. I mean, I don't know. I probably wouldn't get upset, but I don't have room in my house for guests to stay over, so we were very close to getting disrespected there. Am I the asshole for refusing to take my girlfriend to nice places because she eats like a kid? Well, well, well. How the turntables. My girlfriend is an incredibly picky eater. Like I said in my title, she eats like she is 10 years old. In fact, I'll give a short list of things she refuses to eat. Unflavored water, check. Fish, check. Anything with bones, check. Cheese other than sharp cheddar, check. Spinach, check. Onions, oh my gosh, this is just about Emmykins. Emmykins, do you have a secret boyfriend? Onions, garlic, pasta without red sauce, eggs, spicy food, aioli, ketchup, potatoes other than french fries, pastries with fruit, citrus, sausage, or any non-American food. This compares to me, someone who grew up in multiple different regions of the US and lived in abroad for a few years, so I'm a bit more adventurous when it comes to food. Whenever me and my girlfriend go out somewhere nice, she ends up getting the same meals, usually either a burger or chicken tenders and fries. Oh yeah. We could be going to an authentic Nepalese restaurant and she will get the french fries and white rice. At least she eats the rice. Yeah, that's true. Emmykins does love onions and garlic, and she likes non-American food. Chicken tendies! Yeah, chicken tendies and fries. It's the perfect food. It's got all the 4 food groups. Beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard. To me, it's kind of embarrassing to go to a restaurant where there's a dress code for her to order chicken tender and fries. It especially bothers me that since I typically pay, I end up paying $15 for chicken tenders that I could get from the freezer section at Walmart for $5. It's not exactly the same. I mean, you're going there for the atmosphere. Recently in our area, a very nice dinner place opened up and my girlfriend has been dying to go. Why? So you can get the chicken tenders? I took a look at the place, the menu, and saw that it looked nice, but the food was kind of pricey. She said she was probably going to get chicken tenders. That's per usual. Wait, why do they have chicken tenders? I asked her what's the point of going then if I can toss some tenders in the air fryer for her and not spend a ridiculous amount of money on it. She asked why I had an attitude about this, and I told her that I thought it was a waste of time and money to go to a nice place to get little kid food. She interpreted this as me calling her a little kid. I clarified that I wasn't calling her a child. However, it is kind of childish for her to eat the way she does. I also said if she's going to order food we can make at home. There's not a point in us going anywhere. This led to an argument about me thinking I'm better than her. You do think you're better than her. First of all, there's no argument. All right, here's the deal. When you take your girlfriend / wife out to eat, it's not just for the food, my man. It's like you guys are together, you get dressed up, there's atmosphere, it's like fun, regardless of what she orders. That shouldn't matter. Like, you're not going out just to get the food. It's the whole experience. It's like, oh, she only ever wants to go to the movie theater to watch movies we could watch at home. Like, my dude. You're the asshole. It's your girlfriend. You should just go out with her. Yeah, Rilip is right. Who cares what she gets? She pays $15 for chicken tendies. Okay, what's the difference between getting $15 for chicken tendies and paying $15 for like the foie gras? It doesn't matter. She's still eating food. She's happy. I mean, I like to pick on picky eaters as much as the next guy, but not like this. You get the escargot. Look at that escargot. It's cruising right on by. Probably not the popular opinion, but I think not the asshole. I don't see the point of taking her to an expensive restaurant with a very specific type of cuisine and her getting fries or chicken fingers. Why is she dying to go there anyway? That's stupid. Whatever. I hope she's living her best life eating chicken tendies all the time. That sounds wonderful. Am I the asshole for wanting my sister to pay me back because my nephew lost my electric scooter? No. Summary judgment, not the asshole. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my gender reveal cupcakes? Are they for your gender? Hold up. Let's get a quick check on this. We need info. Okay, it's her baby. I don't care. I don't care about your stupid baby's gender. First of all, it's not its gender, it's its sex. And third of all, those parties are stupid. Am I the asshole for hiding vegetables in my boyfriend's food? Is this the picky eater week? Or picky eater month, chat. This is great. We got man eating nachos, women eating chicken tendies, brother-in-law kicking out of the hot tub. Good stuff. Throwaway because he spends a lot of time on Reddit. This is the most ridiculous argument I've had with a grown man. I, 28F, have been with my boyfriend, 36F. We got to talk about this one. That's an 8-year gap. What is the... Hold up. Half your age plus 7, that's 18. Okay, it's in there, but it's pretty dang close. One of the first things I noticed about my boyfriend was that he never really ate vegetables. He would sometimes eat them if we were out at a restaurant and they came as part of his meal, but he never ate them when I cooked for him. Originally, I thought that maybe my cooking was the problem, so I asked him if he enjoyed my food, and he told me he loves my cooking. You gotta be specific. You gotta be like, hey, babe, why don't you eat the vegetables I make? Don't just be like, do you not enjoy the food that I make for you? And he's like, no, babe, I love it. Rilip is actually agreeing with me on the age gap. Nice. On nights I didn't cook for him, he ate exclusively frozen foods and never ate the vegetables in those either. You mean like TV dinners? Naturally, he has some health issues, vitamin deficiencies, etc. He had phrased it to me as if he was somehow just genetically unlucky. I believed it for a while because I don't know how that stuff works, but eventually it became clear to me it's because he voluntarily eats a vegetable like once a month. 6 months ago, I started hiding vegetables in my cooking. Do not do this. Do not hide shit in your cooking. I will notice. I can taste everything. If I was making pasta, I'd put the vegetables in. I'd usually put it in for myself, then take half out and blend it so he wouldn't notice the vegetable chunks, and then tell him I'd just scoop the veg out of his portion. This happens more often now we live together because I do all the cooking. He's been telling me a lot lately. He's been feeling a lot better. Okay, this is the fakest story I've ever heard. So anyway, click on my link below to try out Food Crate, or whatever the stupid food delivery thing is called. What is it called? HelloFresh. Check out my link and try Blue Apron for a month for free. You could just buy the man a multivitamin. Yeah, but I mean, it's probably easier to just get it, to just eat your damn vegetables. Even I eat vegetables if Emmy Kids makes them. Am I the asshole for threatening to make my in-laws homeless if they cannot understand what working from home means? Please, please do. Let's explain what working from home means. I sometimes work from home, and my cat just loves to come over and ask me to take him outside even though I'm working. He needs to learn what working from home means. I, F38, am the primary breadwinner for my household. My husband, 42, is semi-retired due to an injury at work. Is it that convenient? He's a great husband and has taken over all the housework that needs to be done during the day. We share all the duties when I'm not working. Recently, his sister, her husband, and their 2 teen kids lost their home. We have a rental suite in our basement that we just use as a family area, so we agreed to let them live there. Because I'm paranoid, I had them sign a lease. A few days ago, my husband had an opportunity to do some consulting at his old work. He loves doing it because it gets him out of the house. I don't relate, but okay, and he gets to see his old co-workers and friends. It was short notice, so he hadn't arranged babysitting. We asked his sister to watch our youngest for the day so he could go to work, and she agreed. She then delegated the task to her 13-year-old son, then she had her nap. The kid didn't want to disturb his mom during her nap, so he banged on my door while I was working to change a diaper. Fair enough. If I were a 13-year-old boy, I might not feel comfortable changing a baby girl. I wouldn't want to change any damn babies. It's not mine. And if I'm 13, I better not have any babies. You deal with that. I asked where his mom was, and he said she was napping. I woke her up and told her she had agreed to watch her niece and to do so. I waited for my husband to get home and we discussed his family. We decided together they needed to start paying the amount on the lease, leave, or start helping around the... They're not even paying? Whoa. We took all the kids over to my mother-in-law's house, then we sat them down and had a talk. We gave them their options. They said I was an asshole for tricking them into signing a lease agreement and then not collecting it so I could evict them. I said that wasn't the only choice. I said that she was the one who chose to lay of a responsibility on my child. I said that I was basically the one supporting her, and if she couldn't help, then she had to give me money or leave. Some further information. Neither her nor her husband have jobs right now. They're buying groceries with his unemployment benefits. I set up the lease because of horror stories I've heard about people claiming to be tenants. Well, now they can claim to be tenants. Hey, Mighty Stoosh. Yeah, we're starting it up today. This is like a really weird situation, and I think this is one of the reasons why you should never let your family move in with you. Unless you, like, really get along with them. Yeah. Anyway, get a fucking job. Why do I have to have a job, but these people don't have to have a job? It's unfair. I'm sick of it. You don't get to not have a job unless I don't get to not have a job, and I have a job. So get a job, or I don't know, write your congressman or something. Like, fix it. McMathie has noticed. The asshole. We're getting there. We're getting there. I just reflexively clicked on this. I should read it first. Am I the asshole for telling my 28 fiance 29 that I could not rely on her in a life or death situation? I mean, for most people, you can't. I have what I think is a very good sense of situational awareness. All right, already hyping himself up here. I'm a quick thinker, and I tend to not panic in dangerous situations. My fiance, women, am I right, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. If I'm being nice, I would say she doesn't have any awareness of danger. Yeah, because we live in a society. You're not out in the woods, like, fighting saber-toothed tigers. If I'm being honest, I would say she has the survival instinct of a panda raised in captivity. Ouch. This man is getting eaten first in the zombie apocalypse. No, he's a quick thinker, and he tends to not panic in dangerous situations. She had no sense of danger around her, doesn't constantly examine her surroundings for things that could be dangerous, and when things are bad, her reaction is to panic and scream. What do you mean, doesn't constantly examine? Where do you live? Do you live in Somalia? Friday, we went out on a friend of mine's boat, and we got into a dangerous situation. We were anticipating light rain, but we ended up with a downpour, high wind, and high waves. While me and the other men were trying to strap things down and keep the boat from capsizing, my fiance screamed and cried for dear life. She was in hysterics. All right, get the fuck out of here. Out of my courtroom. Asshole. On the grounds of misogyny and making shit up. What is the keyword we're looking for? We're looking for disrespect, Mighty Stoosh. If anybody gets disrespected, in fact, let me put up the label. Put up the label here. We had one respect, but no disrespect yet. So let me flip that on. There it is. Realips GF was in a life or death situation and cried. Yeah, you probably. I mean, if you're not prepared for it, you don't know what you're gonna do until you actually are in it. Am I the asshole for asking my brother to pay $30,000 for my engagement ring? Did he lose it? $30,000? What the fuck? Okay. All right, here we go. I got a $30,000. I hosted a family dinner over the weekend. My brother brought my nephew's foreign date over as well. I used to wear my engagement ring all the time, but lately I keep it in my walk-in closet and mainly wear it for special occasions. While I was cleaning up the dinner table, my nephews went to go play while the adults were still in the outdoor patio / outdoor kitchen area. Dude's got a fucking outdoor kitchen area. No wonder he's got a $30,000 engagement ring. My brother was not supervising his kids. During this time, my nephews went into the master bedroom without anyone knowing and started playing with everything, including my engagement ring. When we came to look for them, they panicked because they know they're not supposed to be upstairs, ran into the master bathroom, and flushed my ring. We called the plumber in case it was somehow in the U-trap of the toilet and not actually gone, but nope, unfortunately it was gone for good. We still had the original receipt, so I called my brother. I emailed him a scanned copy as proof of the cost and asked him to reimburse me for the ring my nephew flushed. Immediately, dude, you better get on your fucking homeowner's insurance. He doesn't have 30 grand. I immediately he started calling me an asshole because we were family and he was just a child. He has refused to repay the cost of my ring. I told him I'll be taking him to court for this, and now my entire family is blowing up my phone saying family shouldn't sue each other and just let it go. Family should not flush people's expensive jewelry down the thing either, but maybe keep it in a safe next time. No, the ring was not insured. I found out the day after my nephew flushed it. My husband says he forgot and in the end never actually insured it. My brother says he does not have the money to repay even $100 a month and has refused any kind of repayment plan. He said I live in a nice enough house, and if I want a replacement, I should just sell my car. What the fuck? Not the asshole. His circus, his monkeys, he wasn't watching them. That's on him. 100% he should replace your ring. Dude, this is fucking $30,000. That's, I don't even know. That's more money. Yeah, buy a cheaper ring next time. You guys are all fucking assholes. Get out of my courtroom. Everyone sucks here. All right, here we go. This is one I have very close to my heart here. It's my asshole. Am I the asshole for falsely accusing a veteran of stolen valor when she couldn't give any details about her service? Let's find out. Verdict: you're too rich to complain. Shut up. Out of my courtroom. This is for poor people only. No landlords allowed. I, 34M, served as captain in the Marine Corps. Officer, asshole. I have left the service and right now I'm doing an MBA. One of my classmates, 31F, who we'll call Jay, is very gentle, very soft-spoken, and unassuming. Jay and I were working together on a case study once, and I started opening up to her about my military service and all the lessons that I've learned from the Corps. Jay enthusiastically told me that's so cool. I was a surface warfare officer in the Navy. The fact that she knows all that, I'm not even going to say anything else. Like, oh, that's really cool. Tell me more. Or don't, whatever. I immediately felt suspicious about this claim. As I said, Jay is very demure, and she doesn't really have the bravado that is required in the military environment. Whoa, my friend, you were in the Marine Corps. The Navy is like the cool kids at the back of the class of the military. He was a Captain Crunch. All right, I still humored her and began asking her about the details of her military experience, where she deployed, what courses she went through, what ship she served on. Suddenly, Jay got all tight-lipped, and she couldn't say anything specific about military life. She kept making excuses along the lines of, it just wasn't a good period of my life, and I'd rather not talk about it. You brought it up. What are you talking about? You said you were a surface warfare officer. Eventually, I felt like I had done enough snooping around, and I bluntly told her that she was bullshitting and that I'd rather not work with a phony. Hey, this chick's a phony. He's a big fat phony. I talk about this experience with my friend M at our school veteran organization. I told M to be wary of anything Jay says. M responded by telling me that Jay did serve, he's seen her paperwork and ID and everything, and that in fact, one of her MBA recommendations letters was written by a retired rear admiral who held Jay in high regard. Whoops. The next time I met Jay before our class started, I tried to act chummy toward her and make up for accusing her of being a liar. She laughed in my face and told me to pound sad, Poolie. Oh, that's based. Nice. I mean, I don't have a problem talking about my time in the Army, or at least what I can talk about. But I can understand why people wouldn't. Like, it was not a good time in my life. I did not enjoy it. Let's find out what Poolie is slang for. It sounds like Navy Marine specific. A Poolie is an individual who has already signed up to become a Marine, but has not yet left for 13 weeks of recruit training. There you go. It's so basically somebody who claims to be a Marine or is signed up to be a Marine but hasn't yet done it. So it's an insult. You're the asshole, and I'm guessing being a veteran is 90% of your personality. Oh boy. She knows the slang at least. The fact that she could say I was a surface warfare officer in the Navy is enough for me. I don't need to hear anything else, because no regular person is just gonna know that shit. And if they do, I don't know, they probably are smart enough to know more. It's like, so here's the thing. If you talk to somebody and they say they were in the military, you could be like, oh, what was your MOS? And they'll either say, oh, I was a whatever. They'll say, oh, I was in the Air Force. It's called something else there, but I was this. Or I was in the Navy. It's called this. MOS means military operations specialty or something. I don't remember the exact acronym. Basically, it's your job in the military. For example, I was a 35 papa, 35p, which is a cryptologic linguist. So if anybody asked me about that, I could tell you what I did and where I was deployed and all that, but I don't blame somebody who liked it even less than me. What they did. Military, yeah, military occupational specialty. Again, I know the acronym. I don't remember exactly what it means. He was a 35 PP. It checks out. That's right. The 35 stands for 35. That was a good one. That guy got what was coming to him. Fuck him. He was an officer too. Double fuck. Am I the asshole for embarrassing my sister's friend and making her feel unwelcome and disrespected? My sister, cousin, and a couple friends came over last night after work. My sister brought a friend of hers I'd only met a few times that I've never had an issue with. At one point, I went to the bathroom and the ladies were in the living room, calmly enjoying a wine. When I came out, my sister's friend was in the kitchen arguing with my son. I asked her what she was doing. She said my son went into the kitchen to get food, and she told him to wait until I came out of the bathroom to ask me for permission. I stared at her for a second and then said, "Who the fuck are you? You don't live here. He does. Who are you going to tell him he can't go into his own kitchen?" Whoa! Why? Hold. What's going on? It's just, you just have to say, "Oh, no, that's cool. Like, he's allowed to do what he wants." You know, we're very laissez-faire with our children. We don't actually teach them discipline around here. He said, "Go straight to 11." Yeah, I'm going in. She looked surprised and she said she was trying to be helpful. I repeated my question, why she thought it was okay to tell someone they can't use their own kitchen when she's a guest in someone else's house. She dodged the question. Yeah, because she's getting fucking screamed at somebody's house. That's gotta be so embarrassing. She dodged the question, then brought up that she's a teacher, which isn't even relevant, and sometimes kids try to get around rules. I asked her what that has to do with anything. I then asked her who even gave her permission to go in my kitchen. Uno reverse card. Was that laissez-faire? Yes. I'm probably saying it wrong. Sorry, I'm not... Sorry, Hex, I don't speak French as well as you probably do. She said she followed my son in. I said, "So you think my son needs permission to go in his own kitchen?" This is so stupid. Okay, what did the fucking comments have to say? Not the asshole. This lady way overstepped and you corrected her in a way that most parents would when there's a child being attacked, and he was. All right, whatever. I wouldn't like ask a kid what they're doing in their kitchen, but I also would not like harangue somebody because they asked my kid if to wait till I got out of the bathroom to ask for permission to go to the bathroom or whatever. It's almost as funny hearing you say French words as mocking. Am I the asshole? Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me a French word to say, guys. Hex is Canadian, so he knows French. Wait, was there disrespect? Did I miss it? Let me she said she didn't feel welcome anymore. Disagreement, not quite. I don't see disrespect in here. Baguette du fromage. There you go. There's some, that means bread with cheese. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. I only know that because of Dexter's Lab. Am I the asshole for telling my coworker that my solo picnic is as important as her daughter's recital? Oh boy, it's one of these things, huh? I, 29F, started working at a new company 8 months ago. I was headhunted specifically for the role I have, which gave me enough power to blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not gonna read all this. This is too much. I'm gonna say maybe a little bit, but who cares? Ich bin doof. It is German. I actually learned German in high school, so I could probably handle German a lot better. Baguette du fromage. That is, I'm stupid. Ich bin ein Doofenschmerz. Am I the asshole for ordering nachos, even though it deeply offended and set off my brother-in-law's autism and sensory issue? What the fuck? All right, so we got one guy who only eats nachos, and we have this other guy who can't even deal with like being in the same room as nachos. What do we do? Using a throwaway, since I post on some relevant subs, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares that you're using a throwaway. You don't have to say it. My brother-in-law is 32. Wife and I are 25. And while I don't doubt that some of his issues are real, autism, ADHD, set point obesity. What the fuck is set point obesity? Set point obesity. Set point theory states that the human body tries to maintain its weight within a preferred range. That's... no, come on. That's fucking... no. You're telling me I'm fat because I'm fat, but not because I'm lazy? Actually, my set point is 250 pounds, so actually, I'm gaining weight so that I can reach my set point. Whatever. It is my distinct impression that he exploits people's perception of these things to be a controlling prick. In the family, saying such things is completely forbidden, however. Well, you better not. It's too late. You already married this woman. You fool. Don't use the word theory for hypothesis with no link to reality. You're doing it. You're lowering your calorie intake. You're exercising, and yet your scale doesn't seem to want to recognize your hard work. Guess what, asshole? Your body literally cannot maintain the same weight if you reduce your caloric intake. There's no calories. Everything went white. Why did everything go white? Can I make it stop? Okay, there we go. We're good. Okay. We offered to take my mother-in-law and father-in-law out for Easter dinner so no one has to cook. The timing offered was strategic since we knew Bill had planning on watching TikTok live stream of some 19-year-old influencer who is blowing up right now. All right, I'm out of here. Fuck you. Actually, he was watching Twitch, which is stupid. So we just wanted to leave him alone so we could do that. Like, I don't like TikTok, but if you're gonna like deride someone for watching internet content, you suck. Yeah, I guess I was whitewashing something. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that a comment she made is exactly why her marriage crashed and burned? Yes, here we go. Let's get some meaty ones here. My sister has been staying with my husband and I, men in our late 20s. Men in our okay, so gay guys, got it. For the last week and some change. She and her husband have initiated the divorce process, and she said she doesn't want to stay alone right now, which I completely understand. Yeah, it would be very hard to go from living with a partner to a completely silent house. That would be hard for people. Okay. I opened our home to her before I found out why her marriage didn't work. Now that the two of us have had multiple conversations about it, I'm a little uncomfortable. There was no infidelity. There was no big scandal. What she told me is that her husband wasn't having sex with her enough. Okay, come on now. The things she's been saying have floored me. She says without the sex, the two of them were basically just like roommates. And they were roommates. She said she's been pushing for him to get a hormone imbalance test done because while they were still having sex, it wasn't enough. She said he had begun resisting even normal touches from her because from his perspective, all she thought about was sex, which apparently isn't true. I'm not sure I believe that. Guys everywhere are like, is she single? Is she single? Is she single? Where is she? What's her name? What's her numbers? I can elaborate in the comments, but overall, it just left me feeling sad for her ex and the disrespect. Do we have like an alert sound that I can play? Hold on, chat. I think we got something here. Where is it? Where is it? We got disrespected! Let's go! Eat the bean. Eat the bean. Eat the bean. I'm gonna eat the bean, chat. Here it is. For your disrespectful pleasure, I must eat a bean. Bald? Bald. That works too. I like the air horn. Okay, get in there. All right, we have toothpaste. Toothpaste. Look at that. Toothpaste. Delicious. Toothpaste is good. Minty fresh. There's no bean emote. This is an outrage. Unfortunately, you can use the shards as a substitute. That's a good bean. I love toothpaste. All right, now we're back to our thing. Let me get out of here. All right. And the disrespect of saying sex is the only thing that separates a partner from a roommate, not even a friend. I've done my best to be supportive, but I can't relate to the thought process at all. If my partner told me tomorrow that he wasn't up for sex for the next few weeks, months, or longer, I would just take care of myself and respect that. I would just take care of myself, if you know what I mean. I love him and I want him to be the person I do life with forever. Science question of the day. What is the mitochondria? Aren't those the things in Star Wars that make it so you have the force powers? This all came to a head last night, pun very much intended. My husband and I were having a typical lazy Saturday night, catching up on some shows and chatting while we lounged on the couch. His legs were in my lap, and I was kind of absent-mindedly massaging his feet and rubbing his ankles. This was an innocent gesture. Allegedly. My sister came in, saw me doing it, and made a joke along the lines of, "Ah, OP, I didn't know you were into feet." Or, "I didn't know you had a foot fetish." The exact wording escapes me. I couldn't help but feel put off at her sexualizing the gesture. Intimacy can be sexual, but it doesn't have to be. I told her so, and then said, referring to her divorce, "You sexualizing every interaction is why you're in the situation you're in now." She called me a dick and left the room. Yeah, oh, sorry, I was thinking of the DeLoreans. My mistake. The mitochondria is that's the car from Back to the Future. Am I the asshole? Is she single? I guess she is now. Everybody sucks here. It's weird that your sister made a comment that sexualized her brother. That's fucking strange. However, why did you have to bring her failed marriage into it? She confided in you, you didn't agree, and you threw it in her face. Honestly, the foot thing sounds like a joke, and OP kind of sounds like a tight ass to begin with. That's good for a gay guy, though, right? All right, well, she's single, so guys, if you're looking for someone who just cannot get enough, she's in her... It doesn't say how old she is, but I'm going to have to assume she's not going to be on the market for very long with stuff like that going on in her life. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter the truth about her father? Do gay guys like tight asses? Do we have any gay men in the chat? You know what? Don't answer that. I'm going to assume some of them probably do and others do not. Much like every other thing. All right, am I the asshole for telling my daughter the truth about her father? I got pregnant in college when I was 19. Her father was in the same position. Prior to doing the deed, I told him if anything were to happen, I would not be getting an abortion. He said he understood. You fucking idiots. When I got pregnant, he refused any contact with my baby or responsibility. You can't actually... I don't think legally that's even a thing you can do. You can't just, like, declare... History question of the day. This Archduke was assassinated on June 28, 1914 and caused World War I. They later created an album in 2018 named what? They had that hit song. It was, oh, God damn it. Yeah, what's the name of the album? I don't know. I haven't listened to Franz Ferdinand since that they had their song in the iPod commercial like 20 years ago, so I couldn't tell you. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I trapped him into pregnancy. He reached out to me saying he wants to be in his daughter's life now. I was against it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't... These ones are stupid. Don't do the deed if you can't handle the seed. Something like that. Am I the asshole for asking my roommates to remove their dildos from the bathroom mirror in a way that was not kind? Wow. Okay. We're going there today. It's nice and short too. Last night, one of my 23F roommates, 23M, 28F, washed their dildos in the bathroom sink and suctioned them onto the mirror to dry. Okay, that's hilarious. I'm imagining it in my head. Chat, use your imagination to imagine the situation. It's hilarious. I used the bathroom shortly after, and when I came out, I knocked on their door, said, "Who is it?" Oh, they said, "Who is it?" And I said, "Get your dildos off the bathroom mirror," and walked away. I went to bed later that night. The following morning, both dildos were still stuck to the mirror when I walked in, and again I told them to get their dildos out of the bathroom. They told me I need to ask them kindly instead of demanding. Oh, okay, come on now. And I said I shouldn't have to ask at all. We got into an argument about it. I'm worried that I may be the asshole because, yeah, I definitely didn't kindly ask, but it's not like I was mean or unkind either. Huh. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're not the asshole. It's just kind of like a funny situation. I feel like if I had roommates like that, it would be kind of funny. And I wouldn't get mad. I'd be like, guys, come on. I know you're trying out new positions, but this is ridiculous. No, it's gross, and you shouldn't have to endure that. They cleaned them. They're clean. Stick those dildos somewhere and give them some STDs. They cleaned them. That's no different than leaving the dishes in the dish rack to dry. It's fine. Not like there's used needles sitting around. I mean, maybe there are. She didn't mention that. All right, we have our next asshole here on page 1. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that I told her so? Oh, that I told her so after one of her male friends tried to get with her? Oh boy, here we go. This guy's about to get the smackdown. What if it was a butt plug? Do those usually suction? I guess they probably do. It's like leaving your underwear in the kitchen sink. It's okay, I washed it. No, it's clean. I just washed it. Yeah, I'm just letting it soak. All right, that's fair. Yeah, maybe just, I don't know, keep your sex toys to yourself. Or to your partner or whatever. Don't just leave them out. My girlfriend and I have been together for about a year now. Congratulations. My girlfriend has more than a few guy friends, and I'm not one of those guys that thinks men and women can't be friends. But, however, with 2 of these guys, it's very clear that they want more than just friendship from her. Like, clear as day, to the point where I don't know how she doesn't see it. If I can notice just by the weird energy they try to exude when I'm present, she should be able to get it too, right? Wrong. Anytime I've pointed this out, she gets upset with me. She tells me I'm being jealous and reading into things that aren't there. I argue back that I'm just letting her know, and as a guy, I can probably tell much better than she can, since women tend to be a little slow regarding things like this. No. Bad. This is what they're talking about when they say mansplaining. This is right up there. I mean, this isn't exactly what they're talking about, but it's pretty close. I'm not a jealous dude. I just get jealous about these 2 guys. It's just 2 guys. So 2 nights ago, she was hanging out with her friends, and this guy was present. From what she told me, they were all drinking, and he said some things that implied he'd want to be with her. She was made uncomfortable by this, and the night ended shortly after because it was already midnight. Fast forward to yesterday morning, she got a series of texts apologizing for what he said, and then backpedaling and saying he would treat her so much better than me, and she's wasting her time with me. Ooh, boy, that's never the best. I mean, okay, let me finish this thing and then we'll talk about it, all right, guys? This is important. I think a lot of guys need to hear this. She, of course, said no and was upset with him after she told me. I just read the text and simply said, wow, who could have seen this coming? A bit sarcastically. This set her off, and she got mad. She said I was being such a huge asshole to her, and she had no way of seeing this coming. She's been pissed at me since. Am I the asshole? All right, let's talk about the other guy here. He's in love with his best friend or something like that. It's a movie plot. He gets a little drunk. He says some things. He says, I can treat you better than he can. And any girl like you deserves a gentleman. And I am the gentlest of men. Tips Fedora. That was not the time. I mean, when is the time? I guess the problem is, like, nobody likes when this happens to them. Like, nobody likes to hear I told you so. But it's so satisfying. It's like, don't touch that. It's hot. No, it's not. I'm telling you, it's hot. It's definitely hot. And they're like, I know better than you. And then they touch it and it's hot. And you're like, what did I tell you? I don't see why this is any different. It's like, you were told, you were warned. Then it happened, and then they said, I warned you, and then you say, yeah, well, you're just a jerk. Like, no, I told you, and now this is what happens. I mean, maybe you shouldn't be dating this guy, but I don't know, man. Like, maybe, what is the proper etiquette in this situation, really? It's like, I think this guy has the hots for you. Nuh-uh. Okay. This guy has the hots for me. Who could have seen this coming? Either way, yeah, you're the asshole, but it must have been very satisfying for you to do that. So we'll give it a pass. Stay of execution. It's my judgment. Where is... You're the asshole. Someone made your GF uncomfortable, overstepped boundaries. She did everything right, told him to get lost, and instead of comforting her to make sure she is okay, you scold her. Are you insane? She lost a friend and was harassed, and you tell her she deserved it. Huge asshole. Oh, boy. All right. Let's get out of here. That's your life tip of the day, chap. Am I the asshole for refusing to eat a smash cake? What is a smash cake? Is this where they smash your face into the cake? Yesterday was my nephew's first birthday. Hold on, we have a... Chat, if you have not used the new Discord soundboard stuff, I highly recommend it. Because it's got stuff like this. That's not what I wanted to hit. There we go. Congratulations on your nephew's first birthday. Yesterday was my nephew's first birthday, and my sister and Bill had a little get-together at their house. When it was time for the cake, they brought out my nephew's smash cake, exactly what it sounds, a cake for the baby to smash up and get icing all over themselves for cute pictures or whatever. This is a thing people do? This sounds stupid. I kind of imagined it would be the size of a big cupcake, but they brought out a regular-sized round birthday cake. I just kind of figured they splurged and still expected the cake to just be for him to play around with. But... and this is a very big but, and it's in all caps. After my nephew had gone at this cake with his bare hands and stuck his whole face in it, my sister started scooping up the mangled remains and distributing servings to everyone. And everyone else was actually eating it. Oh my god, this is disgusting. What? Ew. I declined because seriously, I didn't want to eat something that has had a baby's grubby hands and body all over it. I was surprised that anyone else did. Believe me, you're not the weird one. Everybody else is weird. Not the asshole. Throw the entire family away. Get out of there. For your own safety. Kids have so many bacteria even when they're clean. Everybody's got bacteria, which is why you don't, like, serve cake with your bare hands. My sister insisted I take a portion, and I said, really? No, that's gross. Now, I probably wouldn't have used the word gross if I wasn't on the spot. No, it's right. That's correct. But I was not at all prepared to have to politely decline to eat baby spit. Oh, ew. My sister was very hurt by that and told me later on a phone call that I thought was way longer than it needed to be for the severity of the infraction that she thought I was being extremely judgmental. That it wasn't a big deal. We're all family. Don't participate if I really don't want to, but don't call her gross. Ugh. Rilip says, we did the cupcake thing with our kids and then the adults had a regular cake. Yeah, that's what's just sounds like you're supposed to do. Not the asshole. Smash cakes are supposed to be only for smashing and for the baby to eat. Although babies probably shouldn't be eating cake. I don't know what the nutritional facts are. Nobody should be eating cake, really. There's usually a second non-smashed cake for adults to eat, or the adults are just adults about it and don't eat any cake. I've never heard of someone trying to serve a smashed cake to adults. Oy. Okay, we're making good progress here. Am I the asshole for calling my ex a deadbeat in front of his family? Didn't we have one like this already? No, it was about it. He called his son a deadbeat. This is, you're calling your ex a deadbeat. This is a different situation. I, 41F, have a daughter, Sam, 14F, with my husband, Brian, 44M. We divorced when she was 4. Thank you for all the numbers. That's going to be very helpful as we go forward. Brian made a real effort to be a good father for the first couple of years after our divorce, but then pretty much overnight he seemed to lose interest in her. Yeah, because being a parent fucking sucks. Newsflash. He stopped coming to parent-teacher nights, never came to any of her sports ball games, and stopped asking about them. Refused to pay child support. I don't think you can just refuse to do that, actually. I think there's like laws in place. Would forget to pick Sam up on days he said he would. Stop asking to see her at holidays. On the rare occasions he remembered to pick her up, he would try to smooth everything over by buying her expensive gifts, and it worked for a really long time, but it's starting to wear off now, and Sam is starting to see through it. Sam has maintained a very close relationship with her paternal grandparents. Sam is a very accomplished field hockey player. Isn't this the plot of a Pixar movie? And represented our country internationally recently, and it's likely that she will be on the world championship team this year. We returned 2 days ago, and yesterday her grandparents wanted to take her and the rest of the family to lunch to celebrate. You think this is the plot to Mighty Ducks? Could be. Brain showed up 45 minutes late. What about Brian? Where's Brian at? Didn't apologize. His parents were surprised and told him to behave. As Sam was recounting her time in summaries of the matches to her grandparents, Brain interjected, "Stop calling him Brain," and belittled her performance because she only scored 1 goal. Do you know how many goals they score in like a hockey game? It's like 2. And then that's the winning team. Sam burst into tears and ran to the bathroom. I comforted her, and she asked if we could go home. I agreed and told her to wait in the car while I got our stuff. When I returned to the table, Brain was defending himself against his parents, and I snapped. This is like when people misspell Michael, and it always pisses me off. Why does everybody misspell Michael? Okay, I told him he was a deadbeat and recounted all the things mentioned above that I wouldn't be surprised if Sam cuts him loose one day. Our daughter is wonderful and does not deserve to be treated like this. Her parents seemed shocked as he clearly had given them the impression he's a good father. He threw a tantrum and stormed out. He took his nachos with him. I apologized and left money for half the check with his parents. Since then, Brain has sent me several messages, and his parents texted to say they don't appreciate the scene I caused in the restaurant. Get the fuck out of here. I don't think I did anything wrong, but my parents agree with them, so maybe I did. Am I the asshole? We had a guy at work named Michelle, and the number of times he gets called Michael pretty much every single time. There's multiple spellings for Michael. Okay, yeah, but listen, I'm gonna type it out. I'm pretty sure this is not how you spell it. I'm like 99% sure that is not one of the acceptable spellings of Michael. I'm gonna look it up right now so I can eat crow if I'm wrong, all right? Did you mean Michael spelled correctly? As a matter of fact, I did. How do you spell the name Michiel? As an Irish version, you can spell it that way, or Scottish Gaelic, but it's spelled differently. Michael is the English spelling of the name, pronounced Michael. Mihal is the Irish spelling of the same name pronounced Mihal. Or, wait, with a rough H like the H, and so Michal. It's different. That's why the short version is Mike. So unless you're Irish or Scottish or your parents are weird, your name is probably Michael. So stop spelling it wrong. If you're talking about Michael Scott from The Office, it's Michael, not Michal, which I can't even make that sound with my throat right now. Makes me so irrationally angry when I see it. Okay. All right. No more deadbeats. Am I the asshole for not letting my nephew bring his service dog to my wedding? Ooh, this is a rough one. On one hand, I don't like dogs. On the other hand, I hate weddings. On the other hand, is this a real service dog? And on the other hand, does it matter if it's your wedding? Let's find out. I, 27F, am getting married in a few months to my fiance, 28M. Good age gap, I like it. We've been planning our dream wedding for over a year. Don't like dream weddings. You're out of here. And everything is finally falling into place. However, there's one issue that's been causing quite a bit of controversy in our family. My nephew, 18M, James, has a service dog, Max, for his anxiety and panic attacks. Max is a well-trained and well-behaved dog, and he's been a great help to James over the years. However, I am severely allergic to dogs, to the point where I could have a severe reaction if I'm around them for an extended period of time. Ooh, this is awkward. This is something my family is well aware of. When we sent the invitations for our wedding, we made it clear that there would be a strict no pets policy due to my allergies. James and his parents approached us and asked if Max could be an exception, as he's a service dog and not just a pet. They assured us that Max would be on his best behavior and he would not cause any problems. As much as I understand the importance of Max to James, I had to say no. My wedding day is supposed to be one of the happiest days of my life, and I do not want to risk dying, or in this case, having a severe allergic reaction during the ceremony or reception. I explained this to James and his parents, and I offered to help find alternative accommodations for Max during the wedding. However, my decision has caused a lot of controversy in the family. Some of my relatives believe I'm being selfish and inconsiderate, while others understand my point of view and support my decision. James is understandably upset, and I feel terrible about the situation. Let the husband marry the dog, the Beethoven 4 plot. Well, see, allergy is something you need to mention. Yeah, I feel like you're bearing the lead a little bit on the title there. I am allergic to dogs, therefore you cannot bring your dog, which I understand is a service dog, to my wedding because it could cause a severe allergic reaction. Which I think my severe allergy trumps your service dog's right to be at a place. Sorry, nephew, but in the showdown between your attendants and the bride being able to breathe at her own wedding, the bride wins, not the asshole. Not the asshole. Reply to family. So you're asking me, the bride, to miss my wedding? Any answer they give, you are saying I'm not important, that a guest is more important than me on my wedding day over and over. What jerks? Kid can stay home. It sucks, but criminy, you're allergic. Oh, boy. You won't even be around the dog. Just take some Allegra, call it a day. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Allergies are weird, man. But, I don't think you can have, like, I don't think you can be deathly allergic to pet dander. Maybe you could. Okay, am I the asshole for blowing up at my mom when she said the reason I turned out so good is because she sent me to rehab for weed at 13? What the fuck? Rehab for weed? I am 20, and I admit I was a shitty tween. I got into a lot of fights with my parents, my grades were shit, and I was generally a prick. Yeah, okay, sounds pretty par for the course. When I was 13, some friends and I shared a joint one of them had gotten from their sister. It had just been made legal in our state at the time. My parents found out and they went nuts. Now, I get that weed isn't for 13-year-olds, but they took it way too far. I spent the next 3 months in an expensive rehab facility for troubled teens. I was by far the youngest and smallest. Most of these guys were 16 to 18, and they weren't in there for weed. Most of them did hard drugs and had mental issues on top of that. My roommate was a 17-year-old who was detoxing from meth and pills who also had unmedicated bipolar. A few nights he'd just stare at me and not sleep. We were in our rooms 18 hours a day. Everything else was meals or shitty arts and crafts. It was hell, but it worked. I was too terrified to have friends, much less do drugs. Oh boy. I wanted to go to North Carolina with my family at 18, but my therapist encouraged me to repair our relation. Oh, no contact, not North Carolina. Sorry. I wanted to go no contact with my family at 18, but my therapist encouraged me to repair our relationship. No. We have a rocky one, which is why I moved out, but we've been working on healing and it's been cordial. I was over there for Easter with the whole family and my mom congratulated me. She said she was thankful she had sent me to get help as a kid, otherwise I'd just be some junkie. Yeah, all those weed junkies out there. But now I'm a perfectly functioning member of society. I lost it, called her several things, including a naughty word, and left. My sister 18F said that while she agrees, I'm just hurting myself by holding on to so much anger over what happened. Yeah, because I'm angry. Why are you so angry about something you're angry about? Just get over it. Oh boy. Therapist is the asshole. Fire the therapist, fire the parents, get out of there, hit the gym, buy a lawyer. I wouldn't be mad if you didn't bring it up. Why are you so angry about me sending you to rehab when you were 13 for smoking part of a joint? That I will remind you is legal now. I mean, I don't think it's legal for kids to do it, but you I mean, it's not like he was drinking. And even that, you wouldn't send a kid to rehab for drinking, probably, unless they had like an actual problem. That's just shitty to do. Am I the asshole for dropping a child off because I was lied to about my pay? Ooh, that's a fun one. Babysitting. Babysitter ones are always good. I, 21F, work as a babysitter nanny while I finish my credits. I usually charge $15 an hour, $200 a day. For this particular family member, I agreed to do it for $150 a day. It was 2 hours in and my relative told me she could only pay me $50 to $80 and she hoped I understood. I told her I didn't understand because I told her up front already and that I even lowered my rate for her. This is what I live off of. I missed out on opportunities that would have paid more, so I can't have her lowball me. She began ignoring me, so I told her if she continued, I would drop her off at another relative's. She continued to ignore me, so I dropped her off at this relative's sister's house who agreed to watch her. Within a few minutes, I got a text saying how unprofessional I was. How dare I do that? That she's family, and I was being extremely selfish. This is how I make money. This is my job. Go fuck yourself. Under 18 can harm development if they use weed. Yeah, but not like one puff of a joint. You don't need to send them to rehab for that. Like, just don't do it. Maybe, like, talk about it. It's like, oh, you took a sip of beer, now you're gonna be a junkie. I'm pretty sure my dad gave me a sip of beer when I was like 4, and I thought it was so gross, I haven't drank beer since. So maybe we should be doing that more often. Am I the asshole for ruining my sister's gender reveal? My sister is finally coming out as a woman. Throw away for privacy reasons. Also fake names. Trigger warning. Miscarriage. Okay, thank you. I have been warned. Chat, you've been warned. I am going to keep this light on details. You don't have to say that. Background. I, 30M, have a sister, Layla, 28F. It means night in Arabic. Both me and Layla are married. I to Pam and Layla to Greg. Me and my sister had a grandpa who sadly passed away when we were in high school. Since we are both married and both plan on having kids, the topic of names came up, and we both said we wanted to name a child after our grandma. Let's say her name was Victoria. It was not. We didn't really fight about this per se, and just agreed whoever had a daughter first could use the name. About a year ago, Pam got pregnant, which was very excited. She found out it was a girl and did the gender reveal where we announced we were going to use the name Victoria. My sister was not upset about this and jokingly said something along the lines of, "You beat me to the punch." A few weeks after this, my sister announced that she was pregnant. Sadly, late into the pregnancy, Pam miscarried and lost the baby. Hold on. Pam is your wife? I'm lost. Okay, Pam had a... This is why you don't do a fucking gender reveal. Because you don't know. Whatever. This was incredibly difficult on us, and Pam suffered especially bad, both physically and mentally. Such a stupid thing. Who even came up with that? Probably the same person who came up with Elf on the Shelf. Family's been there to support us. We've asked Layla to give us some space, as seeing her pregnant is a lot for us at this time. Oh, I hate these fucking people. Get out of my courtroom. I don't want to hear about this. Everyone sucks here. Am I the asshole for telling my teacher, would you rather I bled on your white chair in front of the class? Period story. We're not doing those. We already did one tonight. Am I the asshole for telling my sister her haircut isn't some big achievement? Yes, apparently. Sister had a gender reveal party. She's the asshole. That's right. Anybody who has a gender reveal party is an asshole. Yes, chat. That includes you. Rillip? Okay, my dad died unexpectedly and relatively young. My youngest sister was 3 at the time. Her hair was a lot like his. It's super curly. Because of this, our mom did a lot to maintain it. Growing up, mom would spend hours on my sister's hair, and each morning was dedicated to the 2 of them in the bathroom, with my sister screaming and crying because brushing through it was long and unpleasant. Yep, I've heard that sound a lot growing up. So I had 2 sisters, and they always bitched about their hair. And then my dad's like, go cut your hair, you dirty hippie. Up until she was 13, mom insisted on washing and styling my sister's hair. She never let her cut it or dye it. When someone suggested getting it trimmed, they were kicked out of the house. I won't lie, mom was controlling at times, but I thought we all knew it was because of grief and memory of our dad. No. You know how long you get to grieve? We have rules. You get 1 month per year you were together. So, if your sister, okay, it doesn't say how long they were together, but I'm pretty sure that's how many months you get, and then you're done. You get to move on. Well, mom died, thank God. And the first thing my sister did was get her hair chopped incredibly short and dyed. She sent myself and my sibling a picture of her new haircut with the caption, our mom always said I was going to grow my hair down to my butt. Not anymore. Now I have hair on my butt. I thought it was my sister's way of grieving, but now she mentions it a lot, like asking how pissed do I think mom would be if I saw my hair this short. If she saw my hair this short. I told her after the 5th comment to stop acting like her haircut was a big achievement. It's not. Millions of people get haircuts, and she should know her hair was important to mom because it reminded her of dad. She said she wasn't supposed to be Sharon's doll or a replacement for their dad. She should have been her own person, and if I can't respect that, she doesn't need me in her life. Am I the asshole? Yes. That was a terrible story. You're the asshole. Bad post. Come up with a better story next time. Am I the asshole for thinking my stepdaughter would be fine on the couch for a couple days? Yes. Well, let's read. What's important to mom when she's dead doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, exactly. She's dead. Good riddance. I like your hair. Stop talking about it. I have 3 kids. 10F, 8M, 7M from a previous marriage, and my wife has 1, 12F. We were 4 boys living all together, but we were all alone. We've been married for 6 months, and all the kids have had trouble adjusting. My daughter doesn't like not being the oldest / only daughter. She's still the oldest. Oh, my daughter. No, she's 10 now. Okay. My stepdaughter can be possessive over her mom. Neither of them are great at sharing. We just took our first vacation together with me, my wife, the kids, and my wife's sister, 23, who lives with us and helps with the kids. What, like a fucking maid? They have an Alice? The room arrangements were me and my wife in the master, my sister-in-law in the 2nd bedroom with a double bed, my daughter and stepdaughter in a room with 2 twin beds, and my son's in a room with a double bed. I was going to say bunk bed, which would have been awesome. The first night we got to the rental pretty late and everyone went to bed with no problems. The second night, my wife and I went out and my sister-in-law told me that my stepdaughter was sleeping in her room because she and my daughter got into an argument. Oh my, what do you even argue about when you're 12 and 10? I'm so far removed from that age. Be like, no, I said slappers only. Why did you pick odd job? That's not fair. No, he's short. He's harder to hit. No, you're cheating. No, you're watching my screen. Stop watching my screen. That's what I would argue about when I was 12. I don't know what you guys would argue about. Too much mattress math. So there's a California king, a queen, two twins, and a double bed. I don't know what any of those measurements are, but I'm sure they are something. The second night, my wife and I went out, and my sister-in-law told me that my stepdaughter was sleeping in her room because she and my daughter got into an argument. The third night, my stepdaughter came to me and said that my daughter kicked her out of their room. That's not... You don't get to do that. I went to talk to my daughter, and she said she hated sharing a room and wanted my stepdaughter gone. And if you won't do it, I will. I know it might sound mean, but she's never had to share a room before, and she's still adjusting. You know what she's about to adjust to something. I told my stepdaughter that my daughter needed her own space and to sleep on the couch or see if she could sleep with her aunt again. What the fuck? That's when I slapped the mattress out of both their hands. Guess what? Nobody gets a bed. Everybody's sleeping on the floor now. We can all thank the stupid daughter. Okay, I told my stepdaughter that my daughter needed her space. She started to cry and went to her aunt. My sister-in-law told my wife what happened, and my wife yelled at me for kicking my stepdaughter out of the room and said that my daughter should have had to leave if she had the problem, but my daughter's used to having her own room. It doesn't matter what she's used to. Times are changing. It's time we change with it. My stepdaughter shared a pull-out couch with my wife for 5 years before they moved in with me. I thought she wouldn't mind since she's so used to sharing bed / sleeping on the couch. Oh, it's fine. She's used to being poor. That's why I give her the gruel and my daughter gets the steak. She's used to it. My wife started yelling at me for favoring my daughter, and she and my sister-in-law ended up leaving early with my stepdaughter. They've all ignored me and my kids since we got back. God damn. We've been married for 6 months, it says. You're about to be married for a few months longer. Blended families, not even once. Just don't do it. They both had a bed, a room with 2 beds. Your daughter could suck it up and share a room since there were 2 beds. You're the asshole. On the other hand, his little princess will probably never have to share her room with his stepdaughter again because her and the mother will be gone. Oh, man. The Brady Bunch was one of the worst things to ever happen to America. I mean, yeah, it increased the popularity of AstroTurf, and now look where we are. Am I the asshole? Oh, there's so many of these, chat. We could do this all night. I don't really want to, though. I think we're gonna have to wrap it up at some point. Gotta drink something. Hold on. Am I the asshole for yelling at my ex and telling her to stop trying to make our kids perform for her after the death of her husband? Perform what? My ex-wife and I share 2 children. Yeah, yep. I think that's how you would describe that situation. You share the children. My daughter is 13. Our son is 11. She remarried for 7 years and has 2 children with her late husband. He died a week ago. My kids were not close to the man. He was a hard ass. He had a hard ass, if you know what I mean. And the kids found him overly strict, and I agree, and they didn't like being around him. The relationship at best was strained, but they confided in me over the years that they hoped their mom would leave him. That their mom would leave them. Leave, okay, I guess they're referring to the guy. She loved the guy, though, and when he died last week, she was a mess. Our kids were with me when it happened, and she wanted to see them, so I brought them over. They comforted their mom, and she told them repeatedly it was okay to cry. It was okay to miss him, that they were all going to miss him. The kids said nothing. She kept repeating it. We're all gonna miss him, right? No, we're all gonna miss him. We're all gonna cry. It's okay to cry. She kept repeating it. I told her I thought the kids got it. Yeah, I think they get it. When the kids saw their mom again, she was halfway through planning the funeral and asked if they would be able to do a reading or something for the funeral. The kids said they wouldn't be able to. She was with them for a while and then said, since they weren't crying much, maybe they could take a reading and see how they did on the day. What do you mean take a reading? Like read a eulogy? Or like see if there's like his spirit is in the room. Where are you? How old are you? Kids told me about it when I spoke to them and they asked if I could talk to their mom. I told my ex not to force the reading. Maybe they're doing like a seance? The funeral day came. I showed up for my kids. They were hanging back with me a lot and they told me their mom kept watching them, which I witnessed myself. Okay, this is too long. There's too much. It's irrelevant. Guy dies. Kids don't care. Mom wants the kids to care. They don't. Too bad. So sad. Not the asshole. Am I the asshole for putting meat in a tofu dish? This happened at a potluck. I brought a dish that was tofu stirred with minced pork, ginger, and spring onions, similar to Mapo tofu, but not spicy. That sounds amazing. Everything was fine except when someone asked me if my dish was halal. I said, no, it has pork. That's when Jen overheard and freaked out. She ate meat. It turns out a lot of other vegetarians ate my dish assuming it was vegetarian. For the rest of the party, I've had so many people, including non-vegetarians, tell me I'm an asshole for putting meat in a vegetarian dish. But this is a dish I grew up with. Tofu for me is just an ingredient, not strictly a meat substitute. Also, no one asked me if my dish was vegetarian. So am I the asshole here, or are people just overreacting? Nothing was labeled. They assumed it was a vegetarian dish because they have a weird misconception that tofu exists only for vegetarians. Like, that sounds super good. Oh my god, I ate meat! Yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're an adult. You're a human. We can eat meat. Most of us, anyway. Emmykins can't. Am I the asshole for assuming my friend was keeping her partner away because I didn't like him when actually he didn't like me? Am I the asshole for assuming my friend was keeping her partner away because I didn't like him when actually he didn't like me? What is going on here? Okay, here we go. I, 38F, have known Allie, 48F, for 15 years. We first met at work when we were single and the youngest people there. We became good friends and socialized together and still do. Allie then met her partner Matt, who she's still with years later. Am I the asshole for being unlikable? No, but it helps. Yes. He does not share her interest. He's an avid football supporter and very anti the rival football team. Even when he doesn't go to watch matches live, he watches at the pub with male friends. He plays sports with his friends. She's a football widow. That's a terrible term. I don't like that. She likes going to the theater and to dinner. He'll go to dinner with her, but doesn't much enjoy the theater unless it's a serious play. She likes musicals. I also like musicals. What do you mean? He only likes to go to serious plays? Ugh. That sounds awful. And she ends up going with female friends, as you should, yeah. She says she doesn't mind they aren't joined at the hip, and she has plenty of friends and relatives who enjoy going to the theater with her, and that she doesn't want to go to football. I wonder, ... I am known for being brutally honest. When she introduced me to Matt, she asked my opinion and I gave it. I didn't really see them together. I didn't like that he drinks and swears. He has a professional job but isn't very refined, unlike her, and I found him a bit difficult to connect to. Just say it. Say what you think about him. Be brutally honest. At the time, she was hurt, but got over it and generally just engineered it, so I never really saw him. He was always busy when I organized a party, etc. They now have 2 young boys, and he looks after them when she comes out with her friends. To be honest, more recently, my opinion of him has improved. He seemed to be a really good daddy to the boys, and they clearly adore him. They're also football mad. This is like the most British thing I've ever read. Can we get an English person in here to confirm? It took me longer to meet my SO Edward. Don't call him Ed. But I now have, and we have just got engaged. Allie and Matt both attended our engagement party. Edward actually also likes football and ended up getting on really well with Matt. Oh. Later, I asked Allie if she'd be up for doing something as couples, as Edward and Matt got on well. She was non-committal. A few weeks later, I tried to arrange something and she accepted for herself, but Matt was busy. I explained I wanted to do something with the 4 of us when he was free. She kept stalling. I pushed it. Maybe I shouldn't have. And she said it wasn't a good idea because he and I didn't get on. So much fun. I said it was okay. I changed my opinion more recently and Edward liked him. She looked surprised and then awkwardly let me know it was because he didn't really like me. She thought I knew. I didn't, and I was upset. This was news. I asked her why. She was embarrassed, but said he found me judgmental and too much. Oh, how the tables have turned. I don't even know what that means. A few other examples as well. I was hurt and told her I had assumed she kept us apart because I didn't like him, not the reverse. Wait a minute, I'm supposed to not like him. He's not allowed to not like me. That's not how this works. She said that we didn't get on, so what difference did it make? I'm beyond hurt and did react badly and told her some hot truths about him. I regret this now and tried to apologize, but she won't return my calls. Am I the asshole? Sorry, am I the arsehole, we should say. That's amazing. She was embarrassed, but said he found me judgmental and too much. And now, so do I. This is incredible. This is the most least self-aware Redditor detected. You're the asshole. Brutally honest is always code for excuse to be an ass. And now you're butthurt that your very own behavior got flipped on you, and you doubled down when told so. Maybe this is the time for some honest self-reflection. Thank you, commenter. I have but only one upvote to give, and I will not give it to you. Oh, that's good. That's the good stuff right there. Okay, let's just do a quick browse through some of these titles. Am I the asshole for refusing to give my stepson my engagement ring because he never treated me like family? Am I the asshole for opting out of my best friend's wedding because they didn't invite my GF? Am I the asshole for not allowing my son to go to his school dance? Footloose detected. All right, let's check this one real quick. Let ye who has not been judged be... What is it? What do they say? Judge not, lest ye be judged. There we go. Okay, my husband and I have 6 children. That's a lot of freaking children. Our 16-year-old Gianna is a junior in high school. Our son Riker is in 7th grade. My kids are starting to have their school dances. 7th grade is later. Blah, blah, blah. Gianna, blah, 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 blah. Riker has a friend from the baseball team who's Honduran. I don't care. Wait, what? All right, hang on. We gotta go back to the beginning. I read something and now I'm even more confused. Gianna has usually been a good kid throughout her life. This school year has been slightly harder than others, though. Around 2 months ago, we got a call from Gianna's choir teacher saying that Gianna and a few other altos were making racist jokes about some of the new pieces she introduced, including an Urdu song and a song from Honduras. Okay, so high schooler being high schoolers. Gotcha. We talked to Gianna about her actions and we made her write an apology to her teacher as well as a 5-paragraph essay on why it is important to respect music from other cultures. What the fuck? 5 paragraphs? Single spaced? Blah, 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 blah. Riker has a friend from his baseball team who is Honduran. He was born there, but his mom was born in Honduras and his dad is mixed. Okay, it's irrelevant. When Riker heard about this, he was quite mad and asked if he could have his friend come over and teach her about the culture there. We allowed this and he came over with his parents and they made food and Riker and his friend talked about sports and music there. Gianna was clearly not enjoying it, but we made her engage anyways. Our daughter and a group of her friends, including her boyfriend, got in trouble last week for making racist jokes again. We took her phone to investigate to see where this hatred could be coming from. Okay, are you going to tell us? Where's it coming from? Has she been on Reddit recently? Is she on a website that spouts racist stuff? Riker had his friends over for a sleepover last night. We found out about this. During dinner, the boys were talking about how their coach would never let them live. Would never let them live, though, through it. I guess, okay. Would never let them live, though it, if they bullied a kid or made racist jokes. My husband and I tried helping guide them through their feelings, like asking them about the diverse athletes they liked. This is what people are talking about when they're talking about, like, yeah, this is guilty of being boring. I know, but I just want to understand. It's like, we haven't even got to the part where she doesn't get to go to the son doesn't get to go to the dance. Okay. Gianna was hanging out with friends at the mall that night, some of whom were doing dress shopping for the upcoming dance. Our son and the boys decided to use this as an opportunity to trash the dress using mud, drinks, and cutting a few holes in the dress. Okay. No, that's stupid. We told Riker we were trying our best to educate her in a very white town. We told him that this was the wrong way to take his anger, and there is a result. He couldn't go to his 7th grade dance. This is insanity, and I don't want any more of this. Everyone sucks here. Get out of my courtroom. Am I the asshole for letting my mom rub whiskey on my baby's gums? Probably fine. What does the doctor have to say about this? I, 28F, am the first time mom. My husband and I have a 6-month-old baby who's teething horribly. I was at my mom's. She put whiskey on there. Not the asshole. You made a bad judgment call here, and a lot of people are going to come charging in on their high horse to tell you what a horrible mother you are, like they've never messed up before. Okay, while many mothers, including my own, have used this method, we know a lot about these older tried and true remedies these days. Most of them never worked how they were intended to, if at all. If you wanted something more natural, there's plenty of herbs. Yep. Oh yeah, talk to your daughter's doctor, because, you know, if in America you can just talk to your doctor, they don't make you jump through 1,000 hoops. All right, whatever. Yeah, don't put whiskey on your baby. Just keep whiskey away from your children. Unless they're like being annoying, and then maybe give them a little bit to shut them up. Am I the asshole for ruining a proposal at a wedding? No, you're not allowed to propose at someone else's wedding. Okay, this is an Emmykins one. Am I the asshole for watching a horror film with my curtains undrawn? So windows open, horror on. What's happening? I cannot believe this happened. I'm still in shock because I do not understand what this lady was thinking. Easter holidays. This kid is 15M. I am home alone as I don't have school. I was watching Netflix. I started watching Fear Street. There's a large window. Anybody that walks on the street can see what's on the TV. Okay. That's it. That's the whole thing. I'm not going to read the rest of it. Are you the asshole for watching a horror film in your house with the curtains open? Probably not. I mean, maybe don't watch porn. I don't know. That's a tough call. Your house, your rules. It's not his house. It's his parents' house. And I mean, where do you draw the line? Like, can you just watch porn in the living room with the window open, blasting it to the neighborhood? I think at some point you gotta make a little bit of an effort. Whoa! Hold up. Go for it. Crank that hog. Yeah, cool. Wait, I think we have a we have something for this. Let me see. There we go. Oh man, good stuff. Where were we? Am I the asshole for making my daughter and her wife sleep in different rooms? I am asking here because a friend told me to. Your friend is terrible. But let's see. My daughter 31F, her wife 33F, and their son 5M live in a different state. I 60F always am the one who goes to visit them. My daughter says she wants to come over. They are currently renovating the house. When they arrived, I mentioned I prepared each of them a separate room. One for my daughter, one for daughter-in-law, and one for my grandson. My daughter said I was being unreasonable and she wanted to sleep in the same room as her wife. I said I made her brother and his wife do the same thing when they visited and they never complained. What the fuck? What do you mean? Not enough. What info do you need? That's such a weird thing. Why? I prepared each of them a different room. Why? I made her brother and his wife do the same thing when they visited. Why? No sex in my house. There is no Reddit verdict. It says not enough info because everybody is so stun-locked by this insane post. Why are you doing this? I mean, I think asshole. I can't think of a reason that it's justified. Yeah, they're fucking married. Like, let them do whatever. You're gonna... Oh, I made your brother and his wife also sleep in separate rooms. They're married. It's not the 1950s. You don't have separate beds. I mean, I guess you can if that's what you want, but you shouldn't expect it. I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Unless your reasoning is the only guest beds I have are singles, so I made up 3 rooms because I don't think they'd be comfortable squishing 2 adults into one tiny bed. I'm gonna have to go with you're the asshole. Yeah. Cantor Circle, certified proctologist, has a good point here. I said I made her brother and his wife do the same thing when they visited and they never complained. What? Man, I don't know. I probably wouldn't complain either, but I'd be like, what the fuck? Let's get out of here. All right, chat. I think we have, I think we've exhausted Am I the Asshole for this month. Let's, why don't we head over? Let's finish off the night looking at some McMansions. Because I want to see some shitty houses. Let's go. We are heading over there now. Here we go. Oversized windows to enjoy the amazing views. Let's make sure we're sorting by top. All right, now I don't get to see that. Whatever. A little before and after. Demolished a nice house for... Oh. Before and after. Classic center brick entry colonial revival. Yeah, I know some of those words. Demolished for a new stone facade home located in Illinois. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. It's a little silly having the little... that there. This looks kind of like the Home Alone house. Both suck. Yeah, they both suck in their own way. I don't like brick. But I also don't like stone, so. All right, mids. No, this is appreciation. Open wide. The garage edition is doing the splits. Oh, what the fuck? What is that? Oh, man, that is awful. That's like 7 different houses stitched together. What on earth? I keep looking at it because I'm expecting it to change, but it's just like an open garage. But there's a garage inside the garage. 1,000 different roof lines, no matching windows. I mean, these ones kind of match a little bit. These two over here, these little, like, whatever they're called. What is this up here, though? Can you access this? Does it just sit on top of the open garage? It's so stupid. I love it. Oh, man, that's awful. Hippies Stitcher? Hippie Stitcher. Okay. I'm laughing too hard to read. This is truly one of the most astounding ones I've ever seen. The little square dormers and windows make every section look like a face. The one in the middle is surprised. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's like the eyes and the mouth. He's like, whoa, what's going on here? It better be accessible. That's the only cool part of the image. Yeah, I'm guessing it's just nothing up there. Maybe there's like a kind of skylight built in. That is... Oh, that's great. I don't think we're gonna top that tonight, but let's take a look. New Jersey, our most densely populated state, loves its McMansions. Those are some interesting house designs. I do kind of like how they each have their little cul-de-sac. That's kind of cool. The house in the foreground is for sale, by the way, and you too can live in this dystopian nightmare for only $700,000. All the pain of homeownership without any of the privacy. Yeah, really. Oh man. Tell me you copy and pasted without telling me you copy and pasted. They all look different though. Like, none of them are the same. Oh, wait, this one looks... No. They're like procedurally generated houses. It's like, okay, so we have like a basic floor plan and push the randomize button. Boom. We now have 500 different individually ugly houses ready to build. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if they all looked the same, maybe, or they at least had like a couple different styles. But no, everyone is just completely random. It's disgusting. A Kardashian house. I don't think there are enough roofs. All right, let's... Oh, God. Hex, are you the home expert? Who was the home expert in here? Was it Mighty Stoosh? It was somebody. Somebody was talking about, like, I'm a architect or something. What on earth is going on here? What is this? Why is that? What is this? Verdict, send a hailstorm to this place. Now, this is probably in California. They don't get hail or even rain here. I do appreciate the solar panels. I don't understand why there are 4 different chimneys. Just all kinds of nonsense going on here. There's like 6 different air conditioning units. Probably need it for a house this size. Is there a requirement for being an expert other than being a smartass? No, I guess that's fine. You liked wide earlier. How about wide, gabled, and turreted? Wow. These... Look at these roof lines, chat. They go all the way up. Just give me the Notre Dame look. 2/3 of that house is great. Yeah, you could probably... It's like a film, right? If you just cut out some of the bad parts, you could probably make it good. No, this is definitely not as bad as some of the other ones we've seen, but it's still... I just think there's a lot. There's a lot going on there. Maybe a little too much. There was an attempt. Okay. All right, for $2 million, chat. Wait a minute. Hold up. They got an arcade? They got a 3D tour? Well, well, well. Looks like we're going into overtime because we have a house to explore, chat. Do what? They got the poker? They got... They got craps? They got roulette? I think I should have said roulette first. They don't have craps. I mean, maybe they do. They got a poker table. They got the freaking... The theater room. Emmykins would go crazy for this, although the Pac-Man's a little embarrassing. A lot of Pac-Man in here for some reason. What is this? What are they? Oh, nope. We've gone too far. Whoa! They got darts and air hockey and basket. They also have Monopoly, though, which is unacceptable. This is... Oh, they got Mario blocks? Wahoo! Yippee! Waha! Here we go! Thank you so much for visiting my house. What's this? All right, what do we got here? Wicked Beauty. Danielle Steele, Without a Trace. This is the, like, sparsest bookshelf I've ever seen. Yeah, the poker room was cramped, and so was the air hockey room. All right, what is this? What are you... Oh, did you think he went to Harvard, chat? Because it says here he went to Dickburg University or something. I can't read that. It's too blurry. Yeah, what? This is a terrible office, but world's best... They literally got the world's best boss mug from The Office. This is incredible. This is something special, chat. I'm glad you're all here for this. This is amazing. Dickburg, that's what it looked like. I don't know. It didn't say I guess it could have said Harvard. It's just a really weird font. Oh God, this kitchen. Do they got an island though? For $2 million, it better have an island. What is this? Some weird art. Chandelier. All right, 2 ovens, stove, refrigerator, 2 refrigerators. Is that a trash compactor? Whoa. They got everything in here. Damn. What this is, I guess this is like a pantry. Okay, this is cool. Well, let's check the living room. Oh, here's a bathroom. Dude, look at this fancy toilet they got. Look at that. It's just got a button on the top to flush it. Oh, I don't like these sinks that are like on top of the counter though. That's weird. It's like, I don't know. Because if you get water on the counter, where's the water supposed to go? It stays on the counter. It goes onto the floor. It's nasty. Oh, this is, oh. Okay. So they got 2 L-shaped, they got 2 U-shaped couches here. So what, you have 2 different groups of people hanging out? Where the hell do the dishes go? Oh, I guess, yeah, let's go back to the kitchen. Where did the dishes go? I assume they had, they got cupboards. Some cupboards up there. Got some down here. They got, maybe the island isn't actually accessible. I don't know. They got some garbage bags. Like, okay, the layout's a little weird with the camera. What's down here? Hey, it's a laundry room. Nice. That is a nice laundry room. 2 sectional couches. Get the guillotine. Yeah, no, these people are filthy rich. This is disgusting. They have a smart thermostat. Here's the entrance, the foyer, as some people might call it. Wait, is there another entrance outside of this entrance? Hold up. No, that just goes outside. Okay. Where is this? This is in Virginia. Any Virginians in the chat? Great. Now I'm in the wrong spot. Look, I don't want to be in the game room anymore. I want to be... Take me up. Take me up here. I want to be... Oh, let's check out the bedrooms. Wait, what is this? Whoa. What the heck is going on here? They censored the photo? Is that part of the picture, or is that something that the program is doing? It's like blurring out the eyes. What is this? I want to see what this is. What is that? Is that a TV? Let me check it from the other side. Looks automatic. Oh, the eye thing? Yeah, probably. The bedroom is the size of my first floor. Yeah, what do you do with all this space? There's like not even a wardrobe in here or anything. You got 2 end tables, and then I guess you probably have some walk-in closets. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Really? People sicken me. What is this? They got stairs going up into the bathtub? What the heck, man? Their toilet has its own little room. They have a urinal in their house? Chat, this is disgusting. People actually live like this? Why are we sitting here like grasping at crumbs on the floor when people are living in houses that are like bigger than my entire town? Henry VIII on the walls a bit much. They're just really big fans, all right? Oh, I want to go upstairs. Take me upstairs, tour. Take me to the 3rd floor so I can continue being disgusted by this house. Oh, look at this. This is... Okay, here's... yes, here's the guest room. With its own walk-in closet, of course. And its own bathroom. This one doesn't have a urinal, though. Just a fancy toilet. All right, let's see what else we got here. Can't believe I got conned into going through this entire house now. Yeah, that must be like a linen closet or something. Here's another bedroom. This is a little more reasonable. Although the... This is... really narrow. I don't like that. I guess like they're legally required to have a window in the bedroom. So they're just like, boom, there's the window. You have to cram past the bathtub. Yeah, this whole thing is crazy. And I mean, maybe there's some distortion from the lens. What are the, excuse me? You couldn't afford to put, plates on your light switches? They got one over here. This one's just sticking out of the wall, I guess. Didn't have the money for it. That's why they're trying to sell the house. And there's more? No, that's it. So most of this floor is just like it overlooks the next floor, but there's only 2 bedrooms up here. What does the outside look like? Okay, so here's the 2 upstairs bedrooms. Here's the grand entrance, which is maybe a little bit too grand. 7 beds? Hold on. I feel like we missed some of the beds. Were there more in the basement? Ooh, look at that. They got a basketball / like a multi-sport court. Those are always cool. Keep looking. I want to see the 7 bedrooms. So there's the main entrance. There's the living room. The fireplace. There's the other living room. There's the dining. I guess it's not even really a dining room. That's just like a breakfast nook. Off with their heads. It's gated. Yeah, of course. Pantry. This is the I hate my wife room or whatever. I don't know. This is where you sit with your wife every day for meals and like talk about how much you hate each other. I will give the laundry room. That is awesome. I would love to have a full laundry room like that. Okay, here's one of the bedrooms that we looked at. That's the Louis the 18th or Louis the 8th special, 13th, whichever. Yep, still looking at that. For some reason, low-hanging chandeliers in the bedroom. It's not what I would do, but you know what? Whatever you want to do. Double walk-in closets, the urinal, bathtub with a overhead light. There's the office with no books. We missed the painting gallery, I guess. Excuse me? This is a bedroom? Maybe this person just like lives in here and paints all the paintings for the entire house. Formal dining room is the more common name, but I like yours better. There's only 2 people. There's hardly a table in there. What are you talking about? We missed this entire area. This guy's got a guitar, multiple guitars. He writes his own music. It's another bedroom that we missed. That is a nice shower. I'll give it that. You can have that good shower. I think the office is being counted as a bedroom as well. That is that's one way to interpret it, I guess. And then of course, wait a minute. It says game room. I thought it said Sonic Boom. It says game room. That's fine. So yeah, we go down the Pac-Man stairs and boom. This is definitely one of the better parts of the house. I would love to have a room like this. Like a theater with a popcorn machine. This is a little bit too small. They make it look bigger than it is. That's also super cramped. Oh, we missed this. There's a downstairs bathroom. Whoa, look at that. They're driving their Bugatti in their sparse garage. Ooh, a gazebo. Love me a gazebo. And this is in Virginia, you say? Don't like the exterior very much. Okay, Cat is now blocking chat, so okay, hey, thanks. Hi, thanks for the bath. I gotta wrap up the stream, okay, buddy? Can I move you? All right, I'm not gonna move him. I'm just gonna move the chat. I think the office is being okay, wait, Rilip already said that. I read it. All right, everybody's saying hi to you, Cat, but it is time now. It is 8 o'clock. I have exhausted Reddit of all its mineral wealth for this month. We'll be back next month. Henry VIII. What was I saying? Louis the somethingth? Anyway, so chat, here it's me, so you can see me, so you know that I'm actually here. I am not somewhere else killing someone right now. I am in my house right now. So I'm not streaming on Thursday, Brilla. I told you. Next stream will be on Friday. Remember, if you're an Emmykins fan, she will be over on Allison's stream tomorrow. Literally nobody is here. Thank you for the stream, says Hex. We need the disrespect and judging of other people. We really do. So next stream will be Friday. Check out Emmykins and Allison's stream tomorrow. And Rilla, you're going the right way for a smack bottom. Next Thursday I'll be starting it up. But we are going to... Oh, everybody is done streaming, I guess. Let's... There's not enough people here. It's fine. Everybody just have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow on the Real Besties podcast, and have a great night.